is going to have the opportunity to make his opening statement, and then he will get the opportunity to respond to the 4 questions that would have been asked had his opponent been able to be here.
So I wonder if we could take a coin toss anyways, and I could pretend they decide which side to be on. That's right. So for the sake of argument, Christine Linton is right there. So just look, when you look at that section, just imagine her there, wearing blue and white, like she usually does. Okay, so my name is Daniel Miller. I'm running for state legislature, 40th District, position 1. In 1996, I had the opportunity to run against Jeff Morris in the 40th District. I lost only by 7%. I've done a lot since then, and now I am back in the game, on the playing field, and I intend to win. One thing, a lot of things that need to be talked about in the legislature. Can people hear me? Okay. A lot more is, freedom and liberty. There's a lot of taxing issues. There's a lot of jobs issues that need to be brought out. There's even problems with DNR, with the Discover Pass. There's many things facing us in the legislature. And, of course, education. My sister happens to be a teacher, and I think she's in the audience. I thought I saw her come in. I'm not sure. She lives in the Ferndale area. So, I'm a lifelong resident of Washington State. But I spent some time in California working on medical malpractice, as well as home health care issues. Home health care issues are very important in our society, and it's better if a person has a visiting angel than goes to a nursing home. So, without further ado, I'm excited to be here tonight. I look forward to these questions, and also imagine what Christine Linton's response would be too. I'm really disappointed she's not here because it's more fun when the candidates are here. It just makes it a better debate all the way around. So I am disappointed she's not here.
First question.
All right.
There is currently a debate over the Common Core curriculum passed by Congress. Do you support the level of federal control over our children's education that is implied by this legislation?
Right. Okay, this has to do with education, but it also has to do with the harmonization of laws. First, Common Core has to do with one size fits all. And there are a lot of problems with Common Core, and there are a lot of problems with harmonization of laws nationally. Whether it's harmonization of laws between states, or harmonization of laws between countries, there are people, whether they're liberal or whether they're Republican, whether they're Democrat or whether Republican, that are concerned about the harmonization of laws. There's a lady named Rosa Corey, who happens to be a Democrat down there in San Francisco, and she writes all the time about the problems with the harmonization of laws. The harmonization of laws have to do with the policing. Harmonization of laws have to do with education. Harmonization of laws have to do with border issues. And so we need to talk about the harmonization of laws, and we need to talk about freedom and liberty, and we need to talk about the problem with Common Core, which has to do with harmonizing education to a one-size-fits-all. And so that's my answer.
Second question. We now have more choices available when buying health care in our state exchanges. What further reforms are needed to increase access and quality of health care in our state?
Well, while in California, I worked on some medical malpractice issues. I know firsthand about medical malpractice because my grandmother was in the Everett Hospital where she got serious medical malpractice. So I know firsthand about medical malpractice, and one way they want to... Okay, I'm a lifelong resident of Washington State, and I plan on being a lifelong resident of Washington State. But I want to refer to California a little bit. One thing they're trying to do in California is try to have drug testing of doctors, which would possibly, hopefully, cut down on some medical malpractice. The other part of the question is other reforms. We need to, protect and keep the visiting angel system going, which means it's a lot, okay, we need to make sure that people who work for in-home health care get proper pay, proper training, and we need to make sure that, the visiting angel system is in place. But basically, medical malpractice is a serious one of the serious problems that we can try to address.
Third question. Should negotiations with public employee unions be open to public viewing?
Should negotiations between...
Should negotiations involving public employee unions, that is, unions that deal with government, be open to public viewing?
Oh, sure.
I'd say it was a lot of time. This one comes from your own state, your own party.
Sonoma County Republicans, bless their heart.
How could the Washington State ferry system be improved?
Well, in San Juan County, they want to institute the reservation system, which so far they've spent they spent so far $2 million on this reservation system that they want, boondoggle, that they want to impose on the citizens of San Juan County. Many citizens of San Juan County are opposed to the ferry reservation system for numerous reasons. One, you can get trapped on San Juan Island during the summer. Tourists won't want to come. Too many tourists will book ahead, leaving residents stranded. So I'm opposed to the ferry reservation system. If you want to learn more about the ferry reservation system, you can Google the Friday Harbor Journal and look at Greg Hertel's article. He's a port commissioner, and he outlines all the problems with the ferry reservation system. So that's one of the biggest issues that's going on right now with the ferries. It's going to cost tons of money, so the best thing we can do with the ferries right now is to eliminate the proposed ferry reservation system, which Vashon totally kicked out and doesn't want anything to do with it. Thank you.
You have 1 minute for a closing statement if you choose to make one.
Okay. I have a lot of ideas for job creation. One is film production. Film production can create thousands of jobs. There's a lot of jobs north of the border. We need to bring a lot of those jobs here. Whatcom County lends itself to film production. Yeah, whether it's, also I want to talk about the carbon tax before my time's up. The carbon tax is going to raise taxes on fuel at least $1.40 a gallon. It's going to affect working families, it's going to affect businesses, it's going to affect students, it's going to affect retired people. What they're doing in Olympia is they're totally wreaking havoc with our system, our economic system, and raising taxes quite a bit to accomplish this. Please consider voting for me for State Legislature 40th District, Position 1. I'm really sorry my opponent isn't here tonight. Thank you.